Welcome to the Nicholas 11x12 technology. Today I'd like to compare the new Intel i7-5960X Haswell-E with the older i7-4960X Ivy Bridge E processor. Haswell-E now finally comes with a new chipset, the X99 chipset. Ivy Bridge E still made use of the X79 chipset that was launched along with Sandy Bridge E. Therefore, the X79 chipset kinda was a little bit outdated when it came down to features compared to the mainstream platform with processors such as the i7-4770K in 2013. The X99 chipset is fully updated with all the new needed features, especially SATA ports. The i7-5960X also is Intel's first ever 8-core desktop CPU. The Haswell-E CPUs now go into the LGA 2011 version 3 socket. The processor supports hyperthreading and therefore has 16 threads. The base clock is 3 GHz, the turbo clock 3.5 GHz. The TDP got a little higher with 140 watts compared to the 4960X. The processors are still manufactured on the 22nm process. 2 MB of level 2 cache as well as 20 MB of level 3 cache is offered. Of course, quad-channel memory is supported, but this time it's a new memory type, DDR4, with a frequency of 2133 MHz. Alright, but without further ado, let's just get to these exciting benchmarks now. The Intel i7-5960X is a real beast, that's for sure. It pretty much blows its predecessor away. For instance, in Cinebench, the 5960X performs like 19% better than the 4960X. And there are many examples that show similar results. And even in certain games you get a lot more performance than with the older 4960X, and that's pretty impressive because we're talking of CPUs here, not GPUs. CPUs usually don't make up much difference in games, at least when comparing Intel versus Intel. But I've also experienced some weird situations with the 5960X in Far Cry 3. I don't know what the problem is, but I got a lot less FPS than with the older 4960X. It could be some kind of optimization issue. I saw this happening in other reviews as well, not just mine. Temperatures are no problem at all. Unfortunately, I couldn't compare them because I didn't have identical coolers and I was too short in time to actually swap the coolers. Intel now uses a soldered TIM, and for an 8-core, I got pretty acceptable temperature results. The power consumption is surprisingly low for an 8-core. Intel managed to lower it compared to their older 4960X 6-core processor. It's pretty much a win-win situation since you get more performance than with the 4960X with this 5960X, yet consumes less power. The only problem I as always see here on this platform is the price-performance ratio. I'd say it's totally fine if it was priced twice as much as the i7-4790K, but more than 3 times more is simply too much. Still, we have to be happy the 5960X doesn't cost more than the annual Intel Extreme processor. Other than that, it looks like Intel managed to really improve the performance while still maintaining good temperature and power consumption values. I hope this video was able to show you the performance difference between these two processors. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe and visit nicholas11x12techx.com to see videos there earlier than on YouTube. Also say no to ad blockers in order to support me and to make future videos possible. Thank you.